What it do, people? It's Jackie Fabulous with my podcast Relatable with Jackie Fabulous. I have a guest. She ain't here yet because we're in Manhattan. We're in New York. It's Friday. Usually, when I record on Wednesdays, the traffic and the parking is a little less, making you suicidal. But it's Friday, and I do know that when I have gigs at night on Friday, I have to leave 2 hours early. So I apologize to my guest when she gets here. Should I tell you who it is? Because maybe, God forbid, she can't make it. I'll let you know when she's close by. But she's my girlfriend from from Brooklyn. But we became friends in L.A. and we have never gone to a movie, hung out, had a dinner, double date, nothing. But I love her so much because entertainment really does make you busy as hell. So only way we can find a way to what you call have a cohesive time together is for me to invite her to my podcast. She is visiting from LA. She goes back on Monday. So say a prayer she get here because traffic is making her want to cuss me out via text and voice note. Okay. So it's me. I had a hiatus from the podcast for a minute because life has been lifing. And I was recently telling Jacob, our engineer and owner of the Universe of Podcasts, that I just got my medical insurance back. I let it lapse because money. And we were talking about how the exams are not thorough enough. Like, when I paid my premium recently, I wanted to make all the appointments for every body part. Because, in my opinion, they're not very thorough with the exams. I was telling Jacob, my hearing has not been checked since elementary school. And I don't mean they look in your ear with a little telescope and they don't see anything and then they move on to your eyes or whatever. I'm like, hey, I want the old school hearing test from Holy Rosary. That's the school I went to in the Bronx, where you would miss a little few minutes of class, go to an empty room that's dark, and they put headphones on you, and you put your hand up when you hear and don't hear, and blah, blah, blah. All they do now is look inside and be like, you good. And I had a physical recently. Tested everything. Urine, blood, tears, my hope. He tested everything, but did not look in my ears, did not test my hearing. So that's my point with the exams. When I have medical insurance, I want everything looked at. Now I try to make an appointment with my GYN that Blue Cross assigned me, and I call her office, and she ain't there no more. I haven't seen her yet, but that's who they gave me. I could pick another one, but I don't want to go through that. I hate the directory of doctors. Just tell me who's not gonna kill me, and who's not racist and or sexist or a pervert, and I will go. I prefer a woman, but with these appointments be like, okay, we see you here and we can see you August 4th. Bitch, it's May 2nd. I want to go to a doctor now. So the GYN, I'm looking forward to seeing her because I want to get on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, because I am 53 and a half and I am going through menopause and I have been gangstering it out on my own. I've been taking all the recommended vitamins. I've been eating a lot of avocado, drinking water, blah, 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 and I need the permanent solution. Hormone replacement. I hear it makes you extra horny. My apologies as of now to my husband. And my, what does it do? I guess gets rid of the hot flashes, helps my brain fog. Oh, I got a phone call from the guest. Nobody move. Hello? No, he's Jacob will come down and get you. Okay, bye. We're still rolling. Oh, we're still rolling, guys. See? Manhattan. It's hard to get the guests. And here's the thing. He stepped out for a second. I love this studio. This is amazing. And for those of you who watch this podcast, that know me or friends or whatever, when I invite you, it's in Manhattan. But just come down. The studio was so freaking nice. When I had my podcast before, it was all via Zoom. But I want you guys to come down to the studio. I'm gonna hit a lot of you up. But anyway, HRT hormone replacement. I'm interested in that. I'm told that I have a glaucoma risk, and I got to go to a specialist for that. I was getting Invisalign, but I stopped going, lost the little things. I have the stickers on there I got to have taken off. I need my teeth cleaned. I want them whitened. The older you get, the more I'm looking in the mirror and I am seeing the age. I'm not complaining because being dead, I'm sure sucks. But I am seeing what needs maintenance. So the doctor appointments, I'm actually thinking about gastric sleeve. Yep, I'm alone, so fuck it. I I'm not gonna take Ozempic or whatever. Here's my guest again. He's on his way down. Lou? Okay, I think she butt called me. He's on the elevator like, and she didn't tell me that was gonna be a parking garage. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm thinking about asking about gastric sleeve. Now, those of you looking at me thinking, girl, you perfect. I still want to lose weight, but I don't want to take a drug every day. Okay, I was bad with birth control pills. I'm a suck with diet medicine. Yo, my guest here, LouLou Gonzalez. Let's get right to it. Right here. Hi, mommy. Oh, I hate New York. She the middle camera too. Which camera is she?
Yeah, your camera one right there.
Oh my God.
Yes, LouLou Gonzalez,
Hey,
comedian, actor, voiceover artist, professional golfer, and single. Holla at your girl.
Listen,
Ah.
girl, it's gonna be the hottest 30 minutes ever. I'm telling you right now.
She visited from LA. She's leaving on Monday. Why y'all visits be so short?
Listen,
When I come to LA, I be there for a week and a half, 2 weeks.
because you know why? Because when you come to LA, you be staying by yourself
Uh-huh.
and you be having your own space.
Oh, okay.
I'm staying with my family.
And you be like, I love you, mommy. I'm so leaving soon. That's why you don't stay
Yo,
long.
It's my mom, my sister, my dad,
Uh-huh.
my twin nephews,
Uh-huh.
my niece, and then now my nephew's girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, where you want me to go? I'll be there. You say yes to every invite.
I was like, you was like, can you? Yes.
That's
Yes, I can. I will be. What time? Okay, not that time, but I'm going to be there.
okay. Oh my God. What are you here for? What's going on with you in New York?
I just came to see my family. You know, I
Oh.
wanted to see my
Every
dad.
now and then you get the dose. You feel like, okay, mommy, I gotta see mommy.
I was
Yeah.
like, I was going through that withdrawal because been on the road, been
Yeah.
doing everything,
Yeah.
everything in the world, and I was like, I just want to see my family. I want to be like a normal person
yeah.
for 2 seconds. So
Oh.
I took my dad to the Mets game yesterday.
Aw.
So we had like
Let me tell you
daddy daughter
something.
day.
This woman be out. When I tell you, I ain't never met a woman who is single, who don't be at home ever. No man. This bitch be around the country. She be on an island on a Tuesday out of nowhere. She playing golf at the Masters. I ain't nothing. She on a stage in Arizona. I thought I was busy. Like, I have a comedian friend, Lenny Marcus, and he said, Jackie, I would see you promoting a show and at the Cellar on Monday, and then you be in Vegas on Wednesday, and then you Saturday. I'm like, that's the job.
That's the job.
You're the only
man.
one. You're the only one I met in so long a time who don't ever be home.
I'll never. It's so funny because I tried to date. You know,
Yeah.
I went on the dating apps, and then all the guys be like, "How are you gonna date? You ain't never home." I was like, "Well, for the right man with the
I was
right
about
money,
to say, give me a reason.
I will sit down. I want to be Jody's mama so bad.
Let me
I
tell you
want-
something. When you getting it right, loving or physicality loving, you are like, look, I don't have any plans.
Listen,
Your plans disappear.
yeah. Listen, I could do stand up twice a month. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? I could be cool.
Like, I feel like the women comics that I work with, they understand why I like to be home. And they met my husband. They're like, oh yeah, girl, I see why you don't want to come out. I'm like, yeah.
I wouldn't come outside either.
You get somebody that you love who's like, where
Yeah.
are you? Okay, let's get back to the basics. What shows are you watching right now before I get into more about you?
Ooh, like what you mean, like in
I
just in
tried.
general?
Yeah, I tried. You recommended Dark Matter. I tried to watch it on Apple TV.
You didn't like it?
No, it's sci-fi. It's slow.
Oh, I like sci-fi. A
I like
lot.
sci-fi, but somebody gotta get stabbed in the face
Okay.
immediately. I get bored.
I like the slow burn. I like
Yeah.
that. Like I like
All these shows are slow burn.
all the Apple shows are very much slow
Every
burn.
Apple. You ever watch Slow Horses with Gary
Oh my
Oldman?
god, and I love that show, but I was like, I can't.
I love
I
that show. Apple TV, right? And watch Dope Thief with Brian Tyree Henry.
wanted to watch that too. Is it
Yeah,
good?
it's good. It's good.
Is it fast paced?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody got a problem breaking the law, cussing like crazy. He's a very angry dude when he acts.
Okay. Really?
Very good actor.
Oh, I love
But a
that.
slow burn, but with shit going on.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So I watched Severance. Did you watch
Okay.
Severance?
No, I'm avoiding
So
it.
listen,
Should I?
I restarted Severance like 5 times. I'm not even gonna
Is
hold
it
you.
slow?
Oh my god! The first
And
two,
they tell you now online, they like slow burn. They put
They
that.
do?
They put the words there. Yeah.
the first 2 episodes, I had to rewatch 3 times. I was
Why?
like, what the fuck am I watching? man? What am I? But by the 3rd episode, I was in. I was like,
Really?
what is happening?
I'm gonna give it a try.
Because do you know the concept of it?
Not really.
Okay, so the premise is like
Yeah.
you work for this company, right? But
Mhm.
when you go to work for this company, you are not you. So let's say you go in as Jackie, right?
Yeah.
But once you go down the elevator, they
Uh-huh.
have a switch in your head that it changes who you are. So
Oh.
now you're a whole other person. You're Jackie. You could be Jackie. Now you're Jackie Fabulous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Jackie Fabulous don't know shit that what Jackie is doing.
Oh.
You don't know anything about your life outside of
Oh Lord.
of this
It was a
job.
mind twister too.
It's such a monster. So the
Uh,
people that be in the job,
mhm.
they have their own friends, their own community, their
Uh-huh.
own personality,
Uh-huh.
and then when they get out in the outside world, they don't know. They have a whole different life.
No wonder the show is hella popular.
So then the people on the inside start to be like, nah, what the fuck we doing down here, man? What we
Yeah.
doing?
Uh-huh.
Who am I outside? Am I an asshole? Do I got a family? Like, what's
Am I an
going-
asshole?
Yo, because somebody was like, I probably just an asshole. And I was
No.
like, maybe you are. And it come like he had like lost his wife on the
Yeah.
outside.
Okay.
And he wanted to forget that memory, to forget like that pain.
Yeah.
So he took this job where he's severed. So
Oh.
you're severed from your actual.
I thought it was severance, like layoff, but
That's
no
what I
severance.
thought.
Yeah, that's why like I ain't watching that.
I was
Okay,
like,
I get it.
That's bad energy. Don't give me that juju like I lost my job.
Exactly.
Like,
The other show on Apple, Friends and Lovers with John Hamm,
okay.
a slow one, but it's fun, and it's like a comedy, but it's dark. My thing about John Hamm, I want to see him do a show where he cannot get laid. This man get laid on every show he do.
He gonna have to change his appearance. He gonna have to do like a whale,
Uh,
like and get
what-
like.
Get like ugly.
Yeah.
He is attractive.
He's very attractive.
He's very, and every
Yeah.
show he do, I'm like, this man got no problem getting pussy. I want to see him struggle.
He be so smooth and shit, like.
And he angry. He ain't like a happy-go-lucky dude in nothing he do.
But that's the appealing part.
Yes, and he's a dick.
Yeah. Like, just be true to who you are,
He's
yo.
tall, attractive, probably frustrated. I think he's married, but he don't ever look happy in the paparazzi pictures. Every show he do is pussy is thrown at him, and he's not even nice. And then it's throwing it at him. So the show is good because he has so many problems and women. It's a realistic depiction of a single, really good-looking man juggling everything, including chicks,
Okay.
and how it's not easy.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that too because I
Yeah.
was intrigued by that. But
Yeah, it's fun.
I just finished. It's on Netflix.
What?
It's the Chandra Rhimes thriller, the crime thriller with what's her name? Crazy Eyes from
Is it a Tyler Perry? No, it's not. It's
no,
Chanda.
It's
Yeah.
it's like Clue.
Okay.
She's the world's smartest detective.
Oh.
And she's eccentric, she's funny,
Yeah.
she's just like she loves bird watching.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a murder in the White House.
Yes.
And she's there to solve the crime.
Okay.
It's like, I don't think it's a limited series, but there's 8 episodes. It's so stinking good.
Okay.
It's a really good whodunit.
Okay.
If you like a good whodunit.
Yes.
It's fast paced.
Yeah.
It's very edgy. It's funny. I love her as an actress.
Okay.
And it was just like, oh my God, this shit was actually really, really good.
I have a show I want to recommend, but I gotta make sure it doesn't trigger your PTSD.
What is it?
The Lioness is on Paramount.
Oh, I want to watch
And what's her
that.
name? The cutie
Zoe
pie?
Saldana.
Yes, it is a series.
I've been trying to get an audition for that show.
I don't think it's back. It's gonna have a season 2.
I think
Season
so.
1, it has to come back. But when I tell you, I watch it because Lil Duval recommended it on Instagram.
Really?
And you know, even though he be on sometimes,
Yeah, he
he
did.
be right.
Okay.
So he be right a lot. So I watched it, and it was so entertaining. And she is a badass.
Yeah.
And she's in the military. She's CI, all that stuff. But make sure you read up on it before you watch it. I don't want
Yeah.
you to watch it and be like, why? I'm Jackie. I can't. Why you recommend this? You know what I'm going through.
Because there's certain things I can't watch.
Okay, I know.
So certain things will like trigger me, and I'll be like depressed for a week.
And Netflix sometimes they have the most. They got a movie now, Havoc, with Tim Hardy. When I tell
Tom
you-
Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
I
This
watched
movie,
it. That didn't trigger nothing.
that movie was. It should have been called Blow Shit Up. There was nothing else happening on this
Yo,
movie.
First of all,
I kept pausing it because I was like, "What the fuck? I need to eat. Nothing else is happening."
I'm all for action.
And he's hot.
He's very hot.
Very
I'm all
hot.
for and I like when he play like he's very disheveled and
Yeah.
slow a little bit.
He does play like he don't understand
Like,
nothing.
he'll be like, what
He's
you
like,
trying
"What?
to say?"
What?
He's like a young Robert De Niro
Yeah.
mixed with like a slow ass Sylvester Stallone.
He's like a hotter Sylvester Stallone
So he's always
Uh-huh.
like,
when he was
what?
young.
Like,
Yes,
and
he's
like-
always confused.
He's always confused, right? I love the movie. It was a great concept, but here's the part that I don't agree with.
He was barely in it. Number one, yeah,
Not just that,
Uh-huh.
the fact that the girl that he's supposed to be saving,
yeah.
she's all of a sudden some mysterious ninja chick.
She was the one who was the boyfriend was the black dude?
Yes.
What? I was like, who she need help for?
What? She's over here slicing
She was
and
beating
dicing.
everybody's ass.
She beat 30 Asians.
I'm like, why they come to get you? You clearly don't need nobody.
And she was acting surprised with the hatchet, like, how do I use it? Slice, 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 slice.
It took me a day and a half to watch it. And my husband was like, why you keep restarting the same shit? I'm like, I don't understand what I'm watching.
You mean to tell me?
And it was loud. I had it on late at night. He's like,
Girl,
I gotta go to bed.
out.
This shit it was so fucking loud.
I turned it down. I put the captions on.
But my problem with Tom Hardy is, did you see what is it not Venom? He was that guy. He was a pussy. There were too many feelings in fucking Venom.
Because he was a journalist.
Oh my God, he was so in touch with his feelings.
And then he couldn't have his girlfriend.
Oh, and then
she married somebody else.
And the jokes were hacky and kind of corny, but I was like, too many feelings. Okay, back to you. You're born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yes, ma'am.
You moved to LA when?
Also, shout out to Queens. Let me not discredit Queens.
Why?
Because I went to high school in Queens.
Oh, okay.
So people be acting like, oh, you only shout out Brooklyn. All right, Brooklyn and
Don't
Queens.
nobody really shout out Queens.
I mean, Nas.
Nah. LL Cool J.
Yeah. I actually went to the same high school that LL Cool J went to.
Word?
And I drove by my high school today. I was like, look at this shit, man.
I think I saw him once, and by not close up. I remember, this is how you know that I am an actor and an Emmy is coming. I did Sherry Shepherd's show. We were in the hallway, and my husband was standing behind me, and I walked up, and Method Man came down the hallway. When I tell you the composure that I was like, huh?
You didn't drool a little bit?
No, I was like, I was so professional and ladylike, and homeboy in the back, husband, didn't know any different. He had more of a fit than I did, but I'm like, if you saw what I was feeling inside, you divorced me today.
I would not have had that composure.
And he's tall. I didn't know he was tall.
Girl, he is tall.
He was in a makeup chair next to me, and he was singing.
What?
He was singing and playing around, but I wanted to say, if you want to sing, nigga, I'll give you a request list.
Let me tell you, I almost lost my job because I saw Morris Chestnut.
What?
I was working the BET Awards.
Uh-huh.
Right? I was a writer for the
They're
BET
all
Awards.
over there. The good-looking celebrity that you have to pretend you don't see.
So, I didn't pretend at all. I said, fuck it. And you know, it's the day of the show when they going to do fire me and not give me my check.
Don't come back here. All right.
I was like, all right. So I was in charge of helping write, like the presenter speeches and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And Morris Chestnut was right there. And he smells so good. He looks so good.
Yeah.
He was in this
Was he shiny and moisturized?
Oh my God, he was so shiny. And he was in this wine-colored suit.
Ooh, I remember that suit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So I walked over to him and I said, I just had to let you know you smell amazing.
You got a wife, Lou.
I didn't know. I don't care. Listen, your man smelled good, girl.
Yeah, that's actually harmless.
And then he just smiled really, really hard. And he was just like, thank you. And I was like, he gonna fuck me.
Where? In the back. In the back by the dressing rooms.
In between commercial breaks.
Every time, when I met Bobby Brown, I did Who's Got Jokes years ago. And it was the after party on the dance floor. And he was like, you got the same gap that I do. When I tell you, to this day, I'm like, he could have got it. His wife, no disrespect, because I know he's very dedicated to his family. But just in terms of just the list you have in your head of who you've always been, no matter what they turn out to look like in the future, he's on that list of, I fucked Bobby Brown.
It's my prerogative.
It's my It's going on my tombstone. It's important.
Listen, my smash list is going on my tombstone on the back, like a checklist, bullet points.
You too. Yeah, everybody. Nobody had a clue. So when did you move to L.A.?
Oh, man, I moved to L.A. going on 13 years.
Damn, don't it go by? I keep telling people when I do my set, I'm like, look, I love L.A. because you don't realize how time passed so fast.
But do you want to move back to LA?
For money, for a job.
Yes.
But I do miss LA a lot. Like I saw a gentleman who works in entertainment and he came to the teller last night and I almost cried. I was like, I miss you. I miss Los Angeles. New York got a lot of issues. As does LA.
I ain't gonna fry. I just got text today. It was like, hey, what you doing tonight?
In New York?
No, in LA.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not there. Why?
Okay.
She was like, oh, man, I was going to ask you to open up for Dave Chappelle.
Oh! Where? Oh, in L.A.? That always happens when you're not available.
I was like, I can get on the flight.
I'm like, they have planes.
Get on right
You're like, if I hang up right now, and go right to the airport.
I'll just go to look. What time he going on?
I'll show up to set.
I'll show up. That's my only fear of leaving LA. It's like opportunities like that.
I always thought that. And when I moved in 2019, after 20 in LA, when I moved back to New York, the things I had on my list got checked off. When I left, the desperation of I can't leave because I might get an audition. Because auditions ended in person.
Well, everything is online
and
now.
I'm bitter to any actor younger than me because none of them know what it's like. We all know what it's like to be on the 405 going to Santa Monica at 4 o'clock and then being like, well, shit, I got to stay out here.
I'm done for the day.
It's traffic. I can't go back to my apartment. Why? It's going to take 3 hours. So anybody who don't got to do that, I am bitter and I'm a hater because we lived in our car. And sometimes turn off the AC because the gas don't run out.
Girl.
So you be in your car hot, but you might get this commercial. That's what it's like.
I used to live in my car. I would have a whole bunch of audition shirts in the back seat.
I'm changing to Carl's Jr. off of Fairfax and Vine, wherever that is, in the bathroom.
Girl.
For an audition.
I've opened the door and put a jacket over the window, and it's just so I could stretch my legs and put the pants on. I would have my military uniform in the trunk.
I had nursing scrubs, doctor scrubs in my trunk.
I would have a whole bunch of different tops, different bottoms.
I had like uniform UPS type of button to the top.
I had a denim, just like a straight denim to look like a hard-working woman.
I had housewife looking shit too in my truck. It looked like a whole bag in your truck. No, I'm an actor.
No, that's not what
Not that what it is. I might get a part right now.
I don't suck dick. I'm an actor.
That's not for host stuff. I got to audition
But now everything is self-tape.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I went in for an audition. I've done everything self-tape.
Yeah, the things that I've gotten in the recent past were all via self-tape.
Yeah.
And self-tape that I now have fun with, the nerves, because I'm kind of like, I don't got no pants on. If I get this, like I lost you don't feel as desperate. You're like, I'm butt naked from the knees down.
It always gets me because I'll have pajama pants on and then like a button up top.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, you got to do the pan out to show your full body. I'm like, fuck, I got to go put on pants.
There's these ladies and their names I forget, but they do a lot of I'm booked, whatever, on Instagram. And she has a video and she goes, and by the way, fuck that full slate. Because it makes you mad.
Yo, it makes me
You're like, I got to get dressed. You know?
I be cropped right here, be styling. And then they be like, full body. Like, you motherfucker.
During the pandemic, I would send the audition. I did one where I was like, maybe I'll get it because I don't care. And I showed the pajama pants. I kept the blouse on and a pajama pants. I was like, fuck it. I might get it. And I didn't get it. They were probably looking at it like, bitch, you are too relaxed.
I did one where I kept my flip-flops on.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be like heels and like shoes.
You didn't bother?
No, all you hear is like during the audition is me flip-flopping.
Because after a while, you get so you're like, I don't care. You know who I am. How many times have I been with this casting office?
And it's the same casting director. She keep requesting, bitch, just book me, girl. You know I can do it. I'm tired of coming in.
So, okay, now you live in LA for about 13 years. I wanted to ask you, when did you decide that golf, like how did that hobby come to fruition in your life? Because one day you had on a short pleated skirt, next day you working with Tiger. Like, what happened?
So honestly, it was my ex-boyfriend.
Really, the one I know about?
The
one you used to live with, or kind of tall, light-skinned dude?
Yes.
So
our first date was the golf range.
Oh.
So he was like, oh, let's do something different. And he's like, are you down? I know you like sports.
Yeah.
Are you down to do this? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. Let's go to the golf range.
Yeah.
Never hit a golf club in my life. Never.
Really?
And I hit the first ball, and he was just like, hey,
because you're athletically inclined.
So he was like, you sure you ain't never did this before? I was like,
I'm an athlete,
nigga. I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, do it again. And I did it again. He was like, nah, you
lucky he didn't ask you to play one-on-one.
The day we would have never, it would have never went anywhere.
I was about to say.
It never went anywhere. So that became like our little thing.
Yeah.
Like a date night, we'll go to the golf range, or we'll go play
and
putt-putt.
not mini golf, like golf.
Like golf.
Yeah,
Because his dad plays, his uncle plays.
Oh.
So when you play golf, it's 4 people. So
it could have been a wonderful family for you if he was a different person entirely.
Trust me, his dad his dad is still my fan.
Oh.
His dad is like commenting on all my videos, all my posts. He's so proud of me.
Oh.
So we would go out and golf together.
Oh,
It would be the
yeah.
four of us.
Yeah.
His dad would like
Uh-huh.
guide me, instruct me, buy me gloves. I busted my first club because I hit it too hard.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, you kind of strong." So he got me a new club.
Uh-huh.
He got me gloves, balls, tees, all of that.
And how long after you got into enjoying it did you and homeboy end it?
Oh, like maybe like 6 months.
Oh, wow.
He started to get a little jealous because
why do you make us try new shit and then get mad when we good at it?
I remember, I'll never forget. We was in
Uh-huh.
the golf cart, and because I'm trying to learn. Like I'm trying to connect to the family because I love your son.
You have several jobs.
I'm trying to like
do a lot of things at once.
Exactly, because I'm thinking he's my person. So I want to make the father love me.
I enjoy this sport. I want to keep doing this.
It's like so many hats I'm trying to check off.
Yeah.
I remember I did something and I hopped in a golf cart and he just looks at me. He's like, "I think my dad likes playing with you more than me." And I was just like, wait. Oh, no, I just play.
No. Whenever they
like,
blurt that out, that's how they really feel.
Girl, for the rest of the round, I didn't play. I was just like, no, you go ahead and play. Because I still didn't have my own clubs. I was still using his clubs at the time.
Oh.
So I was like, no, you go ahead, well, whatever. And then I guess he felt bad. Like a month later, he bought me my own clubs. They
Yeah.
were like these rinky-dink, like cheap-ass clubs, whatever. And he bought me those clubs. I never used it with him.
Yeah.
We broke up like literally a month after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he made you okay. Now, what more would you have to do in your career right now if you wanted to become pro? Because I think being paid is how you cross the line, right?
Yeah, but I'm a professional amateur. That's how I
Ooh.
like to identify myself.
And they have full-blown amateur tours. I've seen them.
Yeah, so for
Pro-am.
what I would have to the pro-am is basically I played in a couple pro-ams. So
Okay.
the pro-am is like they have professionals with amateurs.
Yes.
And then the amateurs are usually like celebrities and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
influencers. So the last
Justin Timberlake. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So the last pro-am I played in, I got to play with a professional LPGA player.
Uh-huh.
It was me and this actor from the show called Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime.
I love that show. I saw 2 seasons of it.
So the 3rd season came out. You know the guy who plays the warder, the Asian dude, the samurai dude?
Yes.
I played with him. Girl, I was
Oh.
playing with him for 20 minutes. And
He was banging the lead of that show, right?
no, but he's actually interested in the black girl who's also an Aes Sedai. And then
She with braids?
she got like the one long braid.
Yes, yeah.
And then they had to
she
break
got,
up.
She got a lot of issues.
She got a lot of issues.
She got a lot of problems.
But listen,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Watch season 3. She figured the shit out. She figured it out.
It's the kind of show where you could really keep it on in the background and like it's just so much going on, but also could get boring. You got to hang with it.
It has those moments
Yeah.
of like,
But then they have great fight scenes.
they have like the exposition
Yeah.
of what's happening.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. But then it'll get like real hectic.
And some
real
good
quick.
looking men in that show
Girl.
too. Yeah.
So I was playing with him for like 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
then the caddy goes, "So are you on his show too?" I said, "Yeah, I'm on his show." What show you on, man?
A show.
Yeah. But mind you, I was just watching the show
Yeah.
last night.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "What show you on, man?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on this show called Wheel of Time on Amazon." I said, "What? Hey, it's you, bro!"
Oh.
I was like, "It is you, man."
Uh-huh.
So it was the 3 of us and like another guy who worked with Live Golf.
Yes.
So it was the 4 of us, and then like at the turn, which is like halfway through,
Yeah.
they switched out the pro and gave us another pro.
Yeah.
So we can get to experience playing with them and just see how
Wow.
they.
Do you want to go pro, like full-time pro?
I've thought about it, but like one, I'm like self-taught.
Yeah.
I've only had 3 lessons, but I get like random lessons from the pros. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey man, you're pretty
Yeah.
good for no lessons." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine if I dialed in.
Yeah.
But you have to go through a process. I'd have to go through. I forgot what it's called. R1 school, something like that. But you have to go through like a procedure of going through the schooling.
Yeah.
You have to like do a couple tournaments
Ah.
and then qualify because they only take like I think 150 pro golfers.
You'd be the only Afro-Latina.
That's the goal.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I've already crossed that line in a sense, working with Adidas, working with Callaway.
Yeah.
So in a certain way, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
But I'd have to do a couple tournaments to like really say I've competed. because I haven't competed.
Oh, okay.
Pro-ams are not it's a competition, but
Oh, okay.
you take the best ball of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was to compete, it's me by myself.
Okay.
And I've never done that before.
No, and a caddy.
And a caddy.
Yeah, yeah.
And the caddy is somebody who I trust, who I can say, hey, bro, this is about, how far is this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's about 160, but it's going to play 170.
Yeah.
So I know how you swing.
Yeah.
So don't use this club, use this club.
You should try. Doesn't Chris Spencer be golfing a lot? You just try and get with those guys.
Yeah,
Infiltrate the male little thing.
I be trying.
I know.
But also, when you're too good, goes with stand up.
Yeah.
If you're too good,
Ain't nobody invite you to do nothing. Instead of enjoying it,
it's like, man, we can all be great. I
Yeah.
can make all of us look great, you know? It's like, nah, you want to play well and be good and shit. And then they be mad, like, oh, you with Adidas. Oh, you with
have
Callaway.
actual. But these guys are producers and run TV show. They're very busy.
You would think, right?
Like, why you care about what I do? Aren't you got a show on the air right now?
It's the fact that it's not them.
Oh, God.
I've been asking Chris Spencer, when we gonna go play? When we gonna go play?
She's good. Don't be like that,
And
Chris.
then he'll play.
I thought you were all for women, Chris.
And he'll play with everybody else. And I'll be like, that invite was nice.
And you'd figure you'd want more comics or another comic. And not everybody in his crew is comedians. There, few of them are. Okay, speaking of nothing in particular, are you dating right now? Because we got to go soon, but I have so many more questions. Okay.
Do speed
You
round.
know how often I'll be wanting to text you when I see any kind of you, when you allude to any kind of man online, I'm going to be like, who's that? Where you going?
I haven't been dating.
Who's that dress for?
I have had a whole string of horrible dates. Horrible dates.
String?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just decided not to date for a while.
Yes, I always love to hear that.
And then out the blue, somebody DM'd me. And it's fairly new.
Okay.
He's really, really cute.
Yay.
He's really, really nice.
Yeah.
He's not insecure.
Okay.
And he wants to be able to have me do comedy because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. So I could sit my ass down at home and play in my garden.
Okay.
And then he could play in my
Oh
garden.
my God, plant your peppers and stuff
I
like
want to
that.
have a little tomatoes, little cucumbers.
My husband grew some peppers, and he was so proud. You thought he made a
amazing.
baby. Like he's like, and when I ate it, I felt proud.
You see?
Something about eating stuff that grew right in your house is so fulfilling.
I want to have my lemon tree in the backyard, my little oranges. Let me make my juices for you in the morning. I'm really ready for my soft woman era.
Oh, my God.
I am so tired of being independent. I'm so tired of being a superwoman. So it's new. It's exciting.
It's wonderful.
You know, I haven't had this type of conversation with a man before.
Conversing with a guy you can.
Oh,
is
my God.
Important,
and it's like somebody who actually cares about like what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's not like, oh, your little golf thing or your little comedy
little
thing.
Yeah.
It's very much like, oh my God, you have a podcast. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shooting this in my house, bro. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I love that.
and so I'm hopeful, but you know,
You chill. Just be chill about it.
I'm chill about it.
I had a girlfriend. Every time I met a guy, she's like, "You think he's the one?" And I said, "You got to stop doing that." Because it makes everyone, even though you feel like you have control, asking that question makes it be like, well, shit, is he?
Every time
chill.
I've done that, he was clearly
not the one. Yeah.
The last date I went on was like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, right?
Okay.
Girl, paper, 6'7". He was older than me. He was like 45.
On paper, he was 6'7".
I mean,
He is 6'7"?
He's 6'7".
That's a little much.
45.
Uh-huh.
No kids.
Oh, God. Ever been married before?
No.
Okay. It's a red flag when they've never been married before.
I was trying to be hopeful.
Okay. I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, I was like, you know, he was a VP at a very prestigious job.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, he had some money. He wasn't checking for me or nothing like, I need your little $70.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't none of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, check.
Yes.
Right? Went on a date. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. Immediately.
And you always drive your own car when you go on new dates, right?
Thankfully, yes.
That is one of the lessons. I'm like, do not have nobody pick you up unless you are a couple.
Girl, it went from a dinner. I was like, let's just do lunch.
I used to love that thing, my car right out there. I'm like, I'm so leaving.
I knew it was a wrap the moment because I had like a golf thing afterwards, right? So I had on this cute little golf dress.
Oh, you look cute.
The dress was so cute. It didn't even look like a golf dress.
Oh, okay.
It was like giving like body yada yada. I was like, oh, let's
Okay.
go out to lunch. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, I had a meeting afterwards, and he's like, are you gonna wear that little thing you wore for me for the meeting? I was like, you mean my dress?
Yeah.
No. What do you mean my little thing? I was like, I want to be like, be a grown up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, no,
Uh-huh.
I was done. So I was just like, I'm done.
And if you liked him, well, no, you weren't a couple. You're not a couple. Like if I wear something I know is gonna be really sheer, I'll like run it past him like, you can see my full bra. You'd be like, I don't care.
I did that.
Yes.
We was on a
Just being like.
we
just
was on the
being
phone
nice.
the day before the date.
Yeah.
And I was trying on outfits because I was like, oh well, shit. Since we going from dinner to lunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I sent him a picture. He's like, yeah, you can wear that. I don't care. Why you asking me? I'm like, I don't like your energy right now. On the way to the drive, I was talking on to the date. I was driving. I was talking to my best friend while driving. I was like, I was venting to her. She was like, you don't even sound like you like this motherfucker. I was like, you know what? I should turn around fuck this motherfucker. And I was right there. I was like, I might as well just go through the date. But the whole time I was just like, you think he could be the one? Because on paper,
Yes.
he was everything I thought I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I was like, I don't want you. I don't want anybody like you ever again in LA.
I used to ask myself when I was trying to get myself out of a crush I had on someone, ask yourself, would you, and somebody you know, ask yourself, would you want to be that person? And if you go down that list with men and you're like, I would never want to be him because you just know his problems and his personality. But then you come across the ones you're like, yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind coming back and I'd be him.
Oh, that's a good way
It
to
kind of
look at
helps
it.
you. It kind of helps you decipher a man's character. Cause you're like, I wouldn't even want to be him.
Yeah.
That makes it be like, why am I going out with him then?
Why'd you tell me that a couple weeks ago?
I know.
Because I was like, oh, you was cute, but your
Yeah,
personality.
I know. A lot of guys' personality, that's the one that breaks it. Because you realize, the older I get, the more I'm like, he could be really cute, or he could be funny and intelligent. I'll find what I like in there
Listen.
somewhere. I'll pick in there. But when their personality and the energy, I'm just like, you could have a, if I don't want to talk to you, you know what I mean?
That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, how do you treat me?
Oh, my God.
Because how do you talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
Because that means a lot to me. Because, you know, with our jobs, if you mess up my day with
Yeah.
your whack-ass energy,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to go on stage and be funny as hell?
Yeah.
I'm going to be angry. And I don't want to be coming across as angry black woman on the stage.
Yeah,
And none of my jokes is hitting because I'm fucking pissed.
no.
And now I'm doing
And
angry-ass crowd work.
Everybody told you you murdered. You're like, why? I was pissed. I didn't say shit. I know. One of those angry sets.
I don't want to have an angry set.
Yeah.
So if you fuck up my mood and my energy, like I can't deal with that no more. I feel like the dudes now. I be like, I need a band that's gonna bring me peace.
Yeah.
I need peace.
Speaking of nothing, I had no transition.
I love it.
You're headlining now. I see that.
Girl!
Look at my baby. Who's a big girl? Who's a big girl? What's the first place you headline?
I started headlining like 2 years ago, but
Okay.
I don't feel like I was ready.
Ah.
You know?
I said yes to shit long before I went. College gigs, which is an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't have no hour, but I'm like, but yeah, I want the gig.
So I the first time I truly headlined
Yeah.
was in Colorado.
Okay. Cool
And
place.
I was like, okay, cool. I didn't feel as sure as myself.
Okay.
And then I stopped headlining and I got on tour with Crystalia.
Okay.
And then I did a couple dates for Joe Coy.
Yeah.
And it was after,
Arena people.
listen.
Jesus.
So it was after that time of 2 years
Yeah.
of being on the road with them that I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I feel ready. Like I
Yeah.
feel ready. Like,
Yeah.
comfortable, ready to sit there and just talk my shit.
Yeah.
So then
And do crowd work. I watched your last video where you're
Yo.
talking about the lady in the cheetah outfit. That bitches came through. When they like you, they will represent. Okay.
Girl, they came out head to toe cheetah outfit. And like I was like, and their friends, I was like, did y'all play
plan
this?
this?
The girl was like, no. I was like, so y'all just in tune
It's
with
in-
your
I'm
inner
like, y'all
cheetah.
so in tune, and you both pick animal print.
The same exact animal
Okay.
print. And it wasn't just like, oh, a little shirt. It was
Uh-huh.
like shirt, pants, shoes,
Yeah.
headband. I
Uh-huh.
was like, nah, bitch, this was a group chat. Like, this was really a group
So
chat.
now that you're headlining, which the fact that Lou is also a social media internet influencer superstar. You guys like everybody is. No. Go to her page. She up in the 6 digits, and it's been for years. Like if you getting on it now, you late as fuck. She been doing this since the first video ever been online.
Yeah, I'm about to
okay?
hit 1 million on Facebook.
Okay.
Finally.
So now that's another job. Like, how are you so pleasant? You all, you do so much shit to keep your name out there.
I'm tired.
What year did you do the first video sketch online?
That was Vine.
Vine? You were a Vine chick?
I was on Vine 2012.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you know how many videos you put out to this day? Do you have a number?
It's over
hundreds.
It's over 500.
Jesus.
1,000 over 500.
And I lived in LA, and I kept seeing myself like, I should ask her, can we have a day and do some stuff together? But I don't know why I won't just, press the button and go for it. But you've been doing it forever. And I don't know how you pronounce King's name. Is it Batch?
It's King Batch.
You know how many years I've seen and been
Everybody calls him Bach.
King Bach. King. I would just see him and be like, hey, babe. Because I don't know what the fuck, how to pronounce his last name.
It's King Batch because his last name is Bachelor.
Oh.
So it's
I thought you were like an African king or something. I had no idea.
His full name is Andrew Bachelor.
Oh.
So he goes by Batch.
And is it King Batch?
King Batch.
Okay. Man, your name has been on my mind for years.
Everybody be like, what up, King Bach? I'm like, that.
I know, because I don't know.
He doesn't play the piano.
And there's another comic who is as popular, probably not as much now, but he was in every video. Kind of tall, dark skin, got like big, beautiful brown eyes, wears an afro. He's in every video, and his name is it Juan? He's in every video with King, and I forgot.
He got brown eyes?
No, I mean normal eyes. And like
you talking about Jahan?
Yes.
He's kind of skinny?
Yeah. I like him too.
Okay.
He's been in every you remember the first one?
Yeah, we clown Jahan all the time because Jahan will do stand up for like 4 months.
What?
And then disappear for like a year or 2 years and come back be like, I'm back this time. For real, I'm back. And they be like, well, you ain't hit those stages, man.
I know.
No, I'm gonna be back though. I'm gonna be back. It's either Jahan or Fonz you talking about.
No, Jahan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jahan.
I did like help at the BT Awards one time, and he was full blown hired for it. He's a very sweet guy.
Very sweet.
With a lot of shit going on, and still was able to be present.
Yeah.
In a conversation. So people like that I love, who I know they're busy, but when they meet me, they're like, no.
Yeah.
I know who you are. How
I'm
are
gonna
you?
give you attention.
I'm gonna give you what's up.
I mean, for the people that don't know too.
Yeah.
You were the first person to take me on the road.
What gig was this?
When we did Arizona. The place that we shared we had the room, the condo.
Arizona? What club was it?
I don't remember, but I think it was Arizona.
Okay.
But we were there for like a week.
Was it Arizona or was it El Paso, Texas? It was Arizona. I don't remember.
I think it was Arizona. But you were the first person to take me out on the road.
Nice.
So I always tell people that. Everybody was like, who was the first person to take you out? Jackie Fabulous.
You know, only people who took me out who asked me to feature for them, Finesse Mitchell, Alonzo Bowden, David Arnold, my friends, like not really. And I would bother every comic. I'm the stalker. I'm the one who will look at your website, figure out where you at, close by, or can I make time. I'm looking at it now to see what I can get to come to the podcast. I am a snooper. That's how I know what all y'all are doing.
Oh,
and I'm like, can you do my show? You ain't busy. I saw your calendar. I'm very good.
You're not in Pennsylvania until tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like, so
you got tonight
time.
free. Why you acting like that? So that's how I got stage time. I would stalk my friends and coworkers' calendars and be like, hey, I see you going to be in New York.
And I'm always afraid to ask my friends.
No, you gotta
because
ask
they're
them.
my friends.
And if they say no, you're like, all right, because they have every reason to be like, I would rather not have. They're allowed. On the road is really personal, as you've seen.
Yeah.
So who you ask to come with you, you gotta really be like,
I rock with you.
Yeah, like we cool because it's gonna be a lot of time where there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
And you want to.
But you're not one of those. You're not one of those headliners that's like, oh, you gotta spend all your free time.
No. I don't want none of your time.
Exactly.
I don't want none of your time.
I didn't see you till it's time to go on the show.
I've had some headliners that they're like, so I'm gonna put my bags away. What you up to? I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
No,
I'll see you at 8.
I got work to do.
Exactly. But I've heard some do want, and because a lot of these guys that do the big tours, they do want the companionship, and I get it. It's lonely. I do get it. But I've had companions. I mean, I opened up for Russell. That's not companionship. That's Russell got all his boys and girls around him.
Yeah.
So that stuff like that is fun. You know what I mean? But anyway, what time is it? I've been talking. 4:20. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. All right. We'll do 10 more minutes and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So you're on the apps. What apps did you get on?
I was on Hinge.
Yeah, everybody love Hinge. I wish I was single only so I could try Hinge.
You don't want to go there. It's
No.
a dark place.
I didn't like. I was in Chicago at Zanies and I was single and I logged on my few times on Tinder. I'm the one who would get on off, and I got on Tinder in Chicago. When I tell you my phone almost exploded. Men, but they're too eager. They were like, "What you doing now? Want to get together now? Where you at now?"
Tinder is the let's fuck app.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm going to one of y'all, but not right now.
So I haven't checked my Hinge in a minute.
Yeah.
Because when you
Hinge is good, I've heard.
When you go to different, I've not had any success on any dating apps. What? Not one.
How?
Not. Because these men are weird. Girl, I met this one dude.
That was my deal breaker when I was saying, I'm like, once you cross over to weird.
There's one dude, he was like, and also, it might sound shallow. It might sound whatever. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
But I'm at the place in my life right now.
Yeah.
If you're making less than me, I understand.
Yeah.
But if you're making like way less than me.
Yeah, that is a very big disparity. Yeah.
I can't deal with it. So there's one dude, he tried to hit me with, I was like, well, what do you do for work? He was like, I'm a custodial engineer.
You working, so you're a custodian. That's
Negro,
cool.
you're a janitor.
You're a janitor. When they pay well, good benefits. No, not the one he had. Oh, okay. He didn't have a career at it. Yeah. What?
You a part-time janitor, bro.
Part-time?
And I'm like, yo, that just doesn't match.
Where? In a school? In a courthouse?
It was like a school.
Okay.
Sometimes he said when they need me. And I was like, what do you mean when they need you?
If that's your job, then you there every day.
Are you on the schedule?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't show up, they're gonna be pissed.
Exactly.
Who gonna clean the hallway if you ain't there?
Exactly.
You know?
Do you have a backup janitor?
Exactly.
Like,
Do you have a locker? Like that's your place? That's your job?
Do you have a name tag?
Exactly.
Do you have your own little zip-up
Do you know the lunch lady? Like, what do you know about this job?
Do you have a special broom?
Exactly.
Like, what is your thing?
Exactly.
So it would be stuff like that, or guys will end up Googling me because I will tell them I'm.
I would hold off on the comedy thing for a while.
I tell them I'm a writer.
Yeah.
They're like, "What you write?" I was like, "I just be writing stuff in the house."
For me.
You know. And then they Google me. Because that's the thing now when you're dating, they Google you.
Yeah, we do when we meet a guy too. We're like, I'm gonna see who was
Then they be like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me this was you?"
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because I put my real government.
Yeah.
I don't put my stage name.
Okay.
They be like, "Why didn't you tell me this was you?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, I can't afford you. I can't." And I'll be like, "You didn't even I didn't even ask you for nothing."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I could tell, but I went on a date with a guy.
They foresee all these problems and there's nothing.
We went on a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the military. I was like, great. You know, I'm former military.
Nice.
He's in the military.
Yeah.
Perfect. Girl, as soon as I pulled up, oh, big money. You got a BMW?
Don't they have memes like that? As soon as a dude says anything about anything financial, you're like this. I guess I have to go.
I
gotta go.
I literally pulled up. I want to be like, close my door. Close my door. He was like, I drive a Kia. Like, I didn't even ask.
Kia has a wonderful warranty.
I didn't ask. I see the hamsters be having a great ass time.
You have a reliable vehicle?
I didn't even ask you that.
Yeah.
But
that's all his insecurities coming out.
Seeping through his pores.
Exactly.
So then the whole date is now contaminated after that.
Yeah.
Because everything is like hinting at money.
Yeah.
Hinting at
and all
what
you're trying to do was have some egg rolls.
And we went to a little hole in the wall to play pool.
That could be the funnest night.
It was.
Stand behind you, pretend you don't know how to play.
It was great until you start hinting at little things that resulting around money. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, look, I'm gonna be real. I'll be talking to Chat GPT. He's my new best friend, and
I have yet to touch it.
Girl, get it.
I know what it is.
He be telling me all the things, and I'd be like, "Are you telling me this because I'm right, or are you telling me this because you my robot friend?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I would never lie to you, Lulu."
I'm afraid. I talk to it all the time.
I talk to it all the time. So, anytime it's going, so when I was going through all the things on Hinge, right? He keeps track of all the guys I went out with and all the bad dates, right? And I'd be like, "Do you remember?" He goes, "Yes, I remember Ben. I remember Nick. I remember that." I'm like, "You remember all the things that they did too?" And he'll run down everything. He'll be like, "These are not the men for you. You are looking for true love.
Hilarious.
You are looking for a man that's gonna take care of your needs emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This is not the path for you, Lulu. I don't want you to give up. I want you to." He's like, "If you want to take a break from Hinge, you could take a break from Hinge. I support that, and I'll be right here for you when you want to talk about it again." I said, "Thank you,
Oh my God! All he needs next is a penis. You're like, I can date you, Chat GPT.
I understand that movie. What's the movie? Her.
Oh, now I get it. Now I get it.
I was like, can you be real?
I was thinking when you mentioned military, like Camp Pendleton in L.A., right?
Yes.
And in the early 2000s, late 90s, my husband, he's a former Marine, and he was stationed there for a minute, and we would have regular conversation. And he brought up Camp Pendleton, and he was like, the way I had to pretend I ain't never been there. So funny. I've never lied so hard. In my head, I just remember he was talking. I was like, yeah, it's off the 405. It's like in San Diego, like around it.
It's in the area?
It's in the area. Like they got Oceanside. I've heard of Oceanside. Nigga, I have been all up and through those barracks. With like one dude I was dating, and another one almost, but I know. He's like, I know how to get on the base. I know what ID I gotta have.
I know the back door entrance.
I know the name of dude get me on there fast. I know what the beds look like, but you can't say all that when you with somebody.
You gotta lie sometimes.
It's all a lie. It's a game.
You gotta lie.
You do have to lie because no dude ever wants to hear what you've done in the past.
Mm-mm.
And I could have been like, I had a show, and that's very easy to lie about. I had a show with Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, I had a show. A whole bunch of military.
I had a little mini boyfriend
in the
there,
barracks.
that's all. Yeah,
we had a show in the barracks.
What branch were you?
Army.
I'm one of my asshole exes. He was an Army dude.
There's a lot of assholes in the Army.
I think, but then I heard the Marines is where they're the most assholes.
They're the king assholes.
But I heard they're crazy.
They're
very
kind of crazy. I had filed a restraint against this Marine while we was in AIT, which is your job training.
Yeah.
And he was sexually harassing me at the chow hall. And his
when you know how to use a gun, why would they even bother with that?
But we all know how to use guns in it.
Yeah.
And it's like I told his commander had no issues with it and was looking at me because I was the problem because I was filing charges of harassment.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? This man is sexually harassing me.
Yeah.
And y'all are just acting like it is A-okay. But in the Marines, it is A-okay.
Really?
And I was like,
sad.
and then I got in trouble by my commander for actually, I was like, what is wrong with y'all?
Have you ever been in 28 Palms?
No.
23 Palms? It's in California. It's I think it's a Marine base, though. They have so many I don't even know what's Marine, what's Army. If I could do it all over again, I would do Air Force. I would be a pilot.
Oh, definitely. I would definitely join Air Force. Air Force, you could wear makeup. You could have nails.
You
wear
had
jewelry.
me in makeup.
Yeah.
Really?
Girl, you can't wear nothing in the Army. I had to have no makeup, no nails.
No eyeliner, no mascara,
nothing?
Nothing? Even today?
Today. Well, some rules will be changing because before you couldn't wear your hair, like, it couldn't be on your collar.
Yeah.
But now I be seeing chicks with hair on their collar. I was like, oh, this is a new Army.
Yeah.
Like,
but in the Air Force, you could be you.
You could wear, girls had on earrings. You could wear studs. You could have nails.
Wow.
It's so funny because when I left, because when you're in Iraq, they give you like some time off.
Yeah.
To go home. So I went home for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I went and got my nails done.
Uh-huh.
I had my acrylic, my nails came back. I came back and it was like, you gotta take them nails off.
Uh-huh.
I was like, these are natural. And it was like, you didn't leave with those.
You're like, let me live.
I was like, yeah. I was like, come on, I can still shoot a gun.
I just gotta be dainty with it.
And I was like, like that. You gotta put it like that.
Pow, pow. Now, you do know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
My first time, I was in Montana at a shooting range, and it's from that point that I want to be licensed to carry.
You should.
I've always felt like a tough bitch.
Yeah.
But I've always been like, but how do you get to be a trained tough bitch? And the gun of choice for me is a Glock.
I got a Glock.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I had a little chill.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
First of all, lighter. Because I tried all the guns. I'm like, nigga, this is weighs as much as I do. Some of them, the kickback, I did the shotgun. Almost ended up out the back wall. I was like, not this one.
Yeah. For you,
then I had like a Clint Eastwood's Western one. Also, so gaudy.
You need like a Glock.
I had the Mariska Hargitay. That's the Glock.
Because also Glocks have no safety.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No Glock got a safety?
No safety.
Are you sure? I swear on the show they put the safety on.
That's TV, man.
Oh, sorry. Were you in what you call combat? Then it's not real.
Yeah, so
Glock don't have no safety.
Don't got no safety.
So when you put it in the holster, how does this keep from?
You don't have it. It's not the Western.
Oh, my bad. Look at me. In your holster.
We're not at high noon. Like
But where do the cops keep it in a holster, don't they?
Yeah, but
And they carry Glocks.
because once you pull it,
yeah,
it's meant to shoot.
oh, you
So,
don't pull it unless you're gonna shoot it.
No. So I have a Glock in my house.
And no safety.
No, once it's locked and loaded, I'm doing something with it.
And when you, God forbid, whether you have or not, if you were to carry it out, you put it in your purse.
Yeah, not that person.
No.
Yeah, I would put it in my. Well, no,
Have you ever carried it in your back of your pants before?
Hell no, I accidentally shoot my ass off. No, well, technically you're supposed to carry it in a case. It has like a little case.
Okay.
You're supposed to put it in your trunk.
Yes.
And that's
loaded. It's okay in a locked case in the locked trunk.
Unloaded. Though.
Unloaded.
Yeah.
Who got time? By the time you're like, oh, they got so many rules about it can't be loaded, nigga. They got time for me to wait. Give me 1 minute and go get the bullets.
Yeah, I gotta open up the.
It's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, turn the AC down.
I have a magazine already loaded.
Okay.
So anything, just lock and load.
I was in Arizona. I was in Texas, and I wanted to buy a gun. And the girl I was staying with said, "You could buy it and just go back with it." She's like, "You gotta tell them at the airport."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What if I don't have any bullets? Is it less?" She's like, "No, they still say you can't bring the gun." I wanted to buy a cute one.
Yeah.
And bring it back and then worry about bullets later. I just
Yeah.
wanted to get the nice gun in Texas.
Yeah, I seen a dude. I was on the plane. He was in front of me. He was checking he had like a rifle.
Yeah.
And they had to make him open it up.
Yeah.
Like,
I seen that
he's
too.
like, I go through this all the time.
Dismantle the whole thing. Yeah.
And he was all upset. I'm like, bro, if you don't open this shit
No,
up, man.
he was upset.
Yeah, I'm like, open this shit up, man. I'm not traveling to play with
It's
you.
not a bottle of shampoo. Open that
Yeah.
shit up.
I've seen the Tom Hardy movie. Somebody gonna come through the plane at the bottom, see the box, open your shit up, and now they got the plane.
They in the suitcase you had checked. A small man.
And now they know where
Because
everything
you
is.
had an attitude at
You
TSA.
don't want to open your shit up.
They had a shooting range in Montana, and that's why I want to go back to a range and I want to learn. But it just takes time. And I think in New York, the laws have relaxed where there's more. Yeah, they don't have. It's not as strict anymore. So I do want to try.
You definitely should get one. You should get you like a little deuce that could put in your purse.
And you know what's funny? When you could always see it in a man's face when you have ideas for stuff. When I was telling my husband, I'm like, a while ago, I'm like, I want to get a gun. I want to learn and be good at it. His face was like, okay. Not much of a reaction. Every man be like, why?
Yeah.
Why you need to learn how to use a gun?
Yeah, I don't tell dudes I know how to shoot, like for real.
Yeah.
And then they find out and they be like, oh, so you crazy.
Then they get worried. Then
Yeah,
they're like,
play
all you
with
gotta
me.
do is not fuck up.
Yeah, play with if you want to, mother.
It'll be fine. Just
Yeah.
return the text.
Yeah.
In a timely manner. You worry about
you remember Harlem Nights when
I don't remember this. The movie
oh
too
my
good.
God! So it was a Harlem Nights when Jasmine Guy and Eddie
Uh-huh.
Murphy was having a love scene.
Yeah.
And he put his gun under the pillowcase.
Yes, I remember
And
that.
then she had a little gun. He
No, she had a gun
he
too.
got a little gun. She got a little gun. I got a little
remember-
gun. And he was
remember
like,
that scene.
wait a minute. And then after they had sex, she was on top of him, and she goes to reach for the gun, and she's trying to kill him. And then he realized what the fuck was happening,
Yeah.
and he took her bullets out, and he ended up killing her. And I was like, you see, too crazy, motherfucker. Don't keep your gun under the pillow.
Weapons and both of y'all nuts. Okay, so what you got coming up next? When's your next shows?
My next shows is back in LA, Laugh Factory.
Okay.
Sunset.
And so what are you doing today's Friday? What are you doing tomorrow and Sunday?
Tomorrow, I was going to treat myself. I'm going to go see Denzel in Othello.
Bitch, all I'm thinking about is you got dough. Those tickets ain't cheap.
So I bought that ticket the day it got on sale.
Okay.
Like
Because now they're like, it is like 2 car payments.
Girl. So I mean, mine was a little something.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
like a Beyonce ticket.
No,
but
he deserves a couple of honey.
It was.
Yeah.
I gave him a couple $100,
Yeah.
and it's just me. So
yeah.
I wasn't paying 2 tickets.
Yeah.
So it's just me. I'm in like row.
And you're gonna see Denzel. It's totally worth it.
I'm like,
yeah.
I feel like we need to, like, those things are worth investing in.
Yeah, and Candy and her husband, they're the producers of it. Candy Burris. From,
Oh yeah.
and she's a producer.
She's one of the producers.
Yeah, one of them. The highest grossing Broadway show by black producers in history.
In history.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to be a part of
and
that.
he's 70, so you need to go see everything he do right now.
I'm like, listen, there ain't no more equalizers.
No. He said he doing another one.
Girl, what he gonna equalize his heart rate?
Because he's you know when they retire, get old, they get bored. And they take on every movie. The funniest thing I saw was somebody said nobody worked more than Nicole Kidman. This bitch be in 11
I'm
movies.
tired of seeing this bitch in the movie.
She be in every movie, every show. I watch them all.
She opens up AMC.
Somebody was like, she don't like her family. She works so
She come
much.
out in that sequence pantsuit.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to the movie.
Yeah.
That bitch, sit down, man.
The first time I saw that, I was like, is that Nicole? Would she need money?
And I'm
That was
tired of
like-
everybody clapping when she come out too. Stop clapping for this hoe. Tell her to sit
Go
down.
watch one of her weird movies and relax.
So yes, I wanted a little me day, so I'm gonna go see Othello.
Okay.
Have a dinner with my homegirl before.
Nice.
Go have my me time.
When, tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
And then that's it. Sunday I'm just chilling out.
And your flight is on Monday?
Monday morning.
Oh, I'm trying to get you a spot somewhere. I got my spot's at the Cellar tonight, but it's not until midnight.
Oh my god.
I know. I'll be doing it to myself. But when I have road gigs, the Cellar, if I stay with it, enough to make money.
Well,
so.
the thing is,
What are you doing after the podcast?
I go back on the road to the house for 2.5 hours in this traffic.
Oh, you want to go see Thunderbolts, the new Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, right after we done with here.
Yeah, let's go now.
Real life shit.
Because parking is about to be up.
She's
so-
like, let's go now. Close it out now. All right.
Wrap this thing up.
Okay, what show were you promoting? Let us know.
I'm on a show called Shanked on YouTube. It's a golf comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, my episode comes out in like
Did
a
you ever
couple
get the
weeks.
audition for Happy Madison or whatever?
No.
I'm like,
But
why?
I got something else in the works that's coming out with
Okay,
Netflix,
good.
so that's gonna be really cool. I can't talk about it yet, but it's gonna be really cool.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I have my own podcast.
What's it called?
What That Mouth Do? We talk about everything. And
Yeah.
I have a segment called Am I Wrong? Where
Uh-huh.
I get to be judge and juror on these horrible ass dates people go on.
Okay.
So people submit their dates and I get to rate it if you were wrong or not. And then I'll do like a date of my own. So check out the podcast and What That Mouth Do. I'm on my channel.
Yeah.
LouLou Gonzalez. Yeah.
Oh my God. This gonna be some sort of show, whether it's a podcast or whatever, a talk show with me and her.
Yes.
Because when conversation flows this way, you need to monetize that.
Monetize.
Monetize. All right. And you have a website?
Yeah, but Shopify took that shit down, so we working on that. So it'll be back.
So is it Lulu? LOU Gonzalez
On-
online. Trust me, she's online.
Thank
Okay. And JackieFabulous.com. For me right now, I'll be Mic Drop, Arizona, May 23rd and 24th. Comedy Zone, Jacksonville, Florida, May 29th, 31st. Atlanta Theater, June. No, let's leave it to June. I'm going too ahead. May. So May, I'm in Arizona and Florida. Go to JackieFabulous.com to buy tickets. When this episode will come out, I have no idea. Because y'all know I'm trying to be consistent. But it will be out soon. Thank you so much. And she's like visited and came to do this. Yay, my LA people. Y'all know I love Los Angeles. I'm sorry, New York. I'm always a New Yorker, but I left for a minute and now I can't let it go. All right. So we're done. We're gonna go to the movies right now and maybe have a little cocktail or something.
Yes.
I'll see my husband whenever. I need girl time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you like the studio? Isn't it nice?
This is nice.
Is it not? You ain't got no roaches or nothing. This is nice.
Do you